It's Taco Tuesday, so I'm going to be building up a slip with this Seth Lugo pitcher strikeouts prop. And if you're seeing this after 32 hours and 47 minutes, just use the second taco that's going to be on the board for the slip that I'm about to create. First, let's recap last night's picks. We went 2-2. Neither of the stacks hit, so Jake did nothing here. And Jariba was close to that over 28.5, but did not quite get it. If you took his headshots, probably that pushed at 14. So nothing impressive there, 2-2. But I do really like the slip that I'm going to create in this video. So of course, the first prop is going to be Seth Lugo over 2.5 pitcher strikeouts. Before I show you the actual slip, I'll show you what you can do with this pitcher strikeouts prop, or just in general taco props, because they're discounted. I've talked about this strategy in my ranking video, but if you go and take the over 2.5 pitcher strikeouts, you could go and take another positive expected value pick. So I'm here on the OddsJuice dashboard. We have a couple here. Gabriel Moreno over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. It's pretty much the best one in the MLB right now. And I'm actually going to be using this in the full format. But what you could do if you want to take a little bit less risk is you take Seth Lugo on his over 2.5 pitcher strikeouts, so the actual taco prop, and you take Moreno on his over HRR prop. So you lock this one in for $5, for example. Then what you do is you make another slip on the pitcher strikeouts, but now you're going to go to Seth Lugo's normal prop at 4 pitcher strikeouts. And again, you take Moreno on his over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. Now you have 2 slips with Moreno, so if he doesn't hit, you completely lose both of the slips. But if he does hit and Seth Lugo lands between that 3 prop, so over 2.5 and under 4, then you're going to cash both slips together, right? Because you're going to have the Moreno cash. You're also going to have Lugo at 3 strikeouts, which is going to cash the taco prop. It's also going to cash the normal prop. So then you cash those 2 slips. Now, assuming that he ends up getting like 5, 6 strikeouts, for example, you're still going to cash that taco prop. So you're going to make $15 back and you invested $10. So you make a profit of $5 there. Or the opposite happens and he doesn't even clear his taco. He only gets 1, 2 pitcher strikeouts. You're still going to cash the under 4 pitcher strikeouts. Again, you get $15 back. So you're going to profit $5 no matter what. Obviously, best case scenario is he gets exactly 3 strikeouts, which is quite likely to happen. So that is why I like this strategy, because you have an opportunity of getting a high payout if he lands in the middle, and you make money no matter what, as long as Moreno actually hits the prop or whatever second prop you throw into your entry. So this is generally, if you want to take less risk, I recommend doing that. But what I like to do instead is make 4 powers, because you get a nice discounted square. Obviously, it's not free, but 2.5 pitcher strikeouts is pretty good. These tacos have been getting better on Prizepicks, and what you do is kind of make a stack along with this in the MLB. So you take this first prop as the taco. Then tonight, I'm liking the Arizona Diamondbacks to go over the hits, runs, RBIs. Like I said, Moreno is that first player that I'm liking, and I want to be stacking him up with someone from Arizona. So if he's going over his hits, runs, RBIs, who is that likely to be good for? Obviously, any of his teammates, but mainly teammates that are going to be closer to him in that batting order. Why? Because if he's getting on base, if he's on second or third, then someone could run him in. That's going to cash his runs, it's going to cash his hits, and it's going to cash an RBI for whoever just ran him in. Now, in this case, I want to go with Christian Walker on his over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. Now, that's unfortunate because I only have the expected lineups as I'm recording this video, so I don't know for sure if these guys are going to be close to each other, but I'll show you in the expected lineup. Moreno is expected to bat second, Walker is expected to bat fourth, and that is a very correlated combo. The second and fourth batter are one of the most correlated combinations you could take. Obviously, 1-2 is also good. 1-3 is good, 2-4 is good, even something like 1-9 or 1-8 is good. But in this case, 2-4 is a pretty correlated one, so we're hoping that at least they're going to be still close to each other. Right now, if Moreno ends up getting locked in, confirmed at 2, and Walker ends up 7th, that is going to kind of destroy the correlation within our entry. So we're hoping they're at least close to each other. So we're looking for at least a 2-3 or a 2-4. And I'm liking these guys because of their juice, as I'll show you in a bit. Although the Diamondbacks don't have the craziest record, they are on the better side of, most hits, most runs, and RBIs in the league. You're going to see Diamondbacks here at 8 in terms of runs. In terms of at-bats, they're not one of the top teams, but they're still at the middle of the pack at 15. And if we check hits, they're still at 13. So obviously, it's nothing like the Dodgers or the Padres or the Astros, but it's still a decent enough team. And honestly, what I'm liking the most is the juice on both these players. We're going to check Christian Walker, minus 125 juice towards the over, and same thing for Moreno. Honestly, Moreno is super juiced. I'm surprised he's still on the board. I actually flagged him here on OddsJuice dashboard. That's why we're saying minus 54.5% chance that he goes over that prop. So already Moreno is a great prop on his own, as we see by the juice here. And then when you combine it with Walker, it amplifies it, right? Because if Moreno is clearing his prop, it's more likely Walker is also clearing his prop. Now, if we have 2 Diamondbacks players, we're assuming they're going to get hits, runs, plus RBIs, which means that the opponent pitcher, so on San Fran here, is more likely to go under his pitcher strikeouts. And tonight's game, Kyle Harrison is the pitcher, so we're going to grab him on his under 4.5 pitcher strikeouts. And let me show you the juice on this too. If we go to Kyle Harrison on Bet365, minus 130 juice towards that under 4.5. Again, not only is this perfectly correlated, but these guys all have juice towards their specific directions. Moreno and Walker both on the overs, and Kyle Harrison on the under pitcher strikeouts. So Kyle Harrison's already juiced towards the under, and if these guys are going over the props, it's even more likely that he's either going to get subbed out quick, maybe he has a high pitch count, and it means that he's not striking people out if they're obviously getting on base and they're getting runs. You can't be getting strikeouts in that specific case. So I'm absolutely loving the stack. Hopefully everyone is playing and in the correct positions and nothing crazy happens with the lineups. So this is going to be the slip for today. Good luck, everyone.